Rockets have now won 17 of their last 18 at home and 12 in a row in their gym. They've only lost one game at home since February 9th, and that was to Golden State. But now they've beaten Golden State twice in this series, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Welcome to Inside. Shaq's right there. Kenny's right there. Chuck is down there.
What's up, Ernie?
Were you mugging over here?
No, never, Ernie.
Yes, you were.
Ernie.
I don't know what you were doing.
I've been in love with you since 1989. I would never do that to you.
Okay, thank you. From way downtown, as they say, and 17 for 50 tonight for the Rockets. Golden State put 33 of those things up and only hit 8. And the Rockets win game 4. And now what are you looking at with that look of it looks like a look of disgust, or it may be a look of just astonishment on your face?
That's just so many threes, and it's just so streaky. And you just wonder how many times they can go to the well. And it's just going to be a great series. But, man, you would like at some point to have a plan B. You got the greatest shooting team in NBA history. They're actually 8th in the NBA in shooting threes now. That tell you how
attempts.
That tell you how out of whack this whole three-point shooting thing has become. I mean, you got 3 of the greatest shooters ever, and there are 7 other teams that shoot more threes than them. That's ridiculous.
Houston, obviously, number 1. Milwaukee is right up there with them as well, and Milwaukee's a step away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But how do you break this down? What's the first thing that jumps out when you look at how they won Game 4 of this series?
That Golden State didn't apply pressure. I thought every time that they drove the basketball, from Draymond Green to Steph Curry early in the game to even Durant, they applied pressure that the Rockets couldn't handle. But when they stayed perimeter, the Rockets switched everything and made them take tough shots. I thought that surprised me, that they wouldn't continue and make a concerted effort to get into the paint and get 2s at the same rate that they will get 3s.
Well, I just think it's 2 veteran teams that know what's at stake. When you're on a veteran team and you lose 2, you automatically go to, this is your excuse. Oh, they did what they had to do with their place. Now we got to go back to our place and do what we had to do. I would like this to go 7. Houston did what they were supposed to do. Steph and Clay, they're going to say, none of the gimmicks that you tried against us work. We just missed shots. That's what great players are. And hopefully they can get the next game. But you got 2 veteran teams that knows what's at stake, and they're battling. And I hope it goes to 7.
Clay just 11 points, 5 out of 15, and 1 out of 6 from deep in this one. Curry had 30, Durant had 34, Draymond Green 15, 10, and 5.
I would say there's one thing.
Say it.
I think the Warriors have become too reliant, going back to the situation with Patrick Beverley and the Clippers, where he was annoying Kevin, and they just put him in the post, let him go one-on-one. I think the Warriors need to take a step back and let's try to get Clay going. Let's try to get Steph going more, because now when you watch him, I guarantee you, I don't even know the stats. I bet you Kevin Durant has taken more shots in a probably 4 or 5 game stretch than he has any time in his time with the Warriors. And I think it's really hurting Clay, and I think it's hurting Steph also, because neither one of them have been in the rhythm at all.
Better rhythm for Steph tonight than we've seen. He hit about half his shot.